Alfred Hitchcock, the master of suspense, is perhaps best known for creating the slasher film Psycho. But the movie that I feel shows his unique style as a filmmaker the most is Rear Window, the timeless classic that has been remade and even parodied.
A human head! Of course.
What makes Rear Window unique is that it allows the viewer to see the film through the point of view of the protagonist. Rear Window tells the story of Jeff, a photographer who is wheelchair-bound after an accident. The viewer becomes the ultimate voyeur along with Jeff as he spies on his neighbors.
For instance, down there on the second floor, the woman pacing about. He calls her Miss Lonely Hearts, so lonely that even death seems like a friend. These are the newlyweds, on a honeymoon no one will ever forget. He calls her Miss Hearing Aid, an artist of a very odd and strange art. The songwriter who plays the same melody over and over again. A genius or insane? This is the traveling salesman and his invalid wife. Out of their arguments and nagging comes a weird kind of love. Miss Torso, the body beautiful. That is, viewed from a safe distance.
Those are just a few of my neighbors. First, I watched them just to kill time, but then I couldn't take my eyes off them, just as you won't be able to.
And you won't be able to take your eyes off the glowing beauty of Grace Kelly, who shares the heart and curiosity of James Stewart in this story of a romance shadowed by the terror of a horrifying secret.
One night, Jeff hears a woman scream and suspects foul play. Jeff suspects one of his neighbors, Thorwald, may be involved since Thorwald's 5 we had previously seen through the bedroom window has now disappeared. We now have a potential murder mystery on our hands, and we suspect Thorwald may be the murderer.
You did it, Thorwald. You did it.
The plot and story are told through the point of view of Jeff. From his apartment window, he invades the privacy of his neighbors. We, the viewers, see their most intimate and embarrassing moments along with Jeff. From what we observe from Jeff's window, a murder mystery seems to unfold. We have no proof a murder has taken place. Thorwald's wife is just simply missing, but Hitchcock uses the clues we observe to build suspense. The viewer has a unique relationship with Jeff because they share the same space. We can only see what Jeff can see. Hitchcock uses this space to build suspense. We are intentionally distant from Thorwald. We cannot hear what Thorwald is doing or saying. He may be implicating himself or he may be innocent. We have to piece it together.
Get back. Get back.
Well, where do you want me to go? What is it?
Get out of sight.
What's the matter?
Get out of sight. The salesman's looking out of his window, you see? Get back. He'll see you.
I'm not shy. I've been looked at before.
That's no ordinary look. That's the kind of a look a man gives when he's afraid somebody might be watching him.
Hitchcock also uses space to give subtle visual clues. Thorwald and his wife are in separate rooms, and in the framing puts them in different boxes, a possible foreshadowing of their separation.
Yeah, can't you just see me rushing home to a hot apartment to listen to the automatic laundry and the electric dishwasher and the garbage disposal, the nagging wife.
Jeff, wives don't nag anymore. They discuss.
That's so. That's so. Well, maybe in the high rent district they discussed. In my neighborhood, they still nag.
Yeah?
Rear Window uses restricted information to build curiosity and suspense. The viewer does not know any more than Jeff about the mystery. Jeff clues are our clues. Just like Jeff, we never leave the apartment. We constantly want more information, but we can't get it. Hitchcock commits to using diegetic sound for most of the film. We hear the sound of the streets and the sounds of the neighbors. The soundtrack music is supplied by piano-playing neighbor. The example of mise-en-scene I selected is the climax of the film when Thorwald confronts Jeff. The actor playing Thorwald has not given us any confirmation in the film that he is the killer, but with one look he tells Jeff and the viewer that he did it. The setting for the climax doesn't move away from Jeff's apartment, but now the killer is after him and he has nowhere to run or hide. Jeff's costume reminds the viewer how helpless he is. He is still in his pajamas and still confined to the wheelchair. The lighting has shifted to darkness to play on the viewer's fear of the dark.
Hello. Hello, Tom. I think Thorwald's left. I don't... Hello.
Rear Window is Alfred Hitchcock's most unique example of why he deserves the nickname Master of Suspense. The entire film is told through the point of view of Jeff. The viewer sits in the same confined space as Jeff, his apartment window, and we are given limited information to solve the mystery. The climax scenes turn our space into a trap, and we are stuck in the dark with the killer. The sound is authentic, as if we were there with him.